We're back with the 1967 Impala with a 327 in it. Decided to check it out a little bit more here since we're in this junkyard out here. Well, abandoned junkyard at least. It doesn't seem like it would need a lot to fix up. I mean, it needs a new trunk lid here, smushed in. No, I bet we could open that. I'm gonna check to see if the door is unlocked. But this car was last off on the road in 1982. So this was a 15-year-old car before it ended up in this junkyard. A lot of the cars out here, they're not wrecked. They're kind of just parked out here. I was thinking about picking this one up from the person that owns this yard here, because we got another vehicle from here the other week. My main concern was the body panels, because they don't reproduce body panels, exterior body panels for this car. Obviously the roof is caved in, but I think you could easily pop that out, or we might be able to get a roof from a donor car. I'm pretty sure that'll pop out. The main concern was these quarter panels, because these things are huge. But it looks like that it's good there. It's got a little bit of rust right there, but nothing that goes through. And this doesn't have any dents in it. That's good. The only slight concern is that, I don't know if you can see in there, but it's sitting in the ground. Or like, that's probably like 2 or 3 inches off of the ground. Now this is the desert, so I don't think it'll be like have a rusty frame, but it is slightly concerning that it's sitting basically in the ground. Door's good. This fender has a little bit of rust. That could be repaired. You wouldn't need to replace the whole fender for that. That can be patched. This car does have the engine still in the car. It's a 327 V8 small block. I was concerned it didn't have the engine. I wasn't going to make an offer on this car if it didn't have the engine, because it'd just be a roller at that point, and it's just any other Impala. But if you take a little look, it's kind of difficult to see, but I don't know if the camera can pick it up. But there, I'll try to draw a line around it or something if you can see it, but there is an engine sitting in there. Look how low it is on the ground. The exhaust pipe is in the ground, which is hilarious. I think it's just hanging low or something. It's not a super bad car. Like, yeah, it's got rust on it, but it's just surface rust. It's not anything crazy. It's definitely in better shape than what I expected. I think this is either ermine white or capri cream. It wouldn't be that other like creamy white, because that one was more yellow. It's hard to tell because the side looks like ermine white because it's pretty white, but then on the roof here it looks kind of creamy. I don't know if maybe the white is the primer and then that's the color. I'm gonna see if the doors are unlocked here. No, technically yes it is, because the thingy is up. But it's just shut. Take a look at the interior though. As you can see in there, it's got a bench seat. I don't know what color the interior is. It looks like it's gold. Yeah, it's gold. And it looks like white. Dash is gold. The seats are kind of like whitish cream. Very cool. What is this? Is it a gauge cluster? Or what car? What car is this for? I'm assuming it's a Chevy, because every car out here is a Chevy. What is this? Oh, it's hot. Very, very hot. Whew. Oh, that's cool. Wait, there's 60, 70, 80. Does it go up to 100? Yeah, it does. I don't know what car that's for. I'm gonna assume it's for the Impala because it's sitting on the Impala. So the plan here is that if the car checks out to be in good shape, I think we're gonna bring this one home with us. I'm satisfied with the right side. I'm pretty sure I can patch that fender. Roof, I mean, I'm almost dead certain we can pop that out. The channels for the window, it's not rusted out. Big concern on, or actually it's a big problem on all these older cars, is you'll see like the rust around the windshield here, and it's a nightmare to replace. Well, I mean, it's not a nightmare, but it takes a lot of skill to do it. Rain channels. So the door is slightly opened. It's unlocked, but it doesn't want to move. I don't know why it's stuck. It is in about 2 inches of sand. And the back here, that I've looked in the trunks, and I think you can get a trunk for like maybe like $500 from maybe like a Capri, I think it is. Beautiful car. I just love the way that the roof slopes on this car. So it looks like actually on this quarter panel back here, looks like we might have a hole in the quarter panel back there. Oh, I see. This quarter panel, it's not terrible. It's definitely fixable, but it's in rough shape. It's got a hole somewhere over there. Basically, it's got rust from here all the way to the wheel well over there. It's not terrible. It is fixable. Oh man, oh, you could see it's peeled back right there. It's got a lot of rust right there. Not a lot, but it's rusted all the way through. It's got a big dent there. It's got a little dent there. And let's take a look at the front of the car here. I mean, this car just looks like it wants to be restored. It's got a 327 in it, which is not very common. Obviously, it's not a big block SS car, but it's got a 327. A lot of these cars you'll find have a 283, or they'll come with a 6-cylinder. Being able to find one that has a 327 in it, it's pretty cool. The front of the car, ooh, smashed up a little bit there. So that's what put this car in the junkyard. What'd they hit, like a fender bender or something? That's not terrible. That's not too bad at all. It needs a new front fender. Hood's probably okay. Needs a new front balance, front bumper. Yeah, the fender's shot anyways because there's some rust down there. I was gonna say that the door gap is really funky on this car, but this probably has to do with the fender being lifted up because it's smushed a little bit. That door needs to be, the door skin needs to be fixed because there's a big old scratch in it right there, or a big dent scratch. So really the only thing that needs to be majorly fixed is the rust on the quarter panel, the fender in the front, and I mean, you don't really have to worry about the roof or like the trunk at the moment, but mainly just the quarter panel and then the front of the car. But the question is, was that impact strong enough to bend the frame? I think this is a unibody, so technically I don't know if it's a unibody or if it has a frame or not. But the question is that damaged? Did it make it totaled? Pretty sure you could bring this back to life. Very cool. This car's got the whole drivetrain. It's a fully complete car. Interior is good. It's just got the rust on the quarter panel on the passenger side and the smushed fender / front part of the car. Probably wouldn't take a whole lot to fix this car up. The only thing is, I don't think I have the experience or the confidence to shape metal to basically build a new quarter panel. I might have to pass on this car. It'll be here. It'll sit here. Probably until someone buys this piece of property. Which could be a long time because this property has been in the family. or these people's family, for about 50 years. So it could sit here for another 50 years in the desert out here. If anyone's interested in this car, just drop a comment down below and I'll reach out to you on how you can get in contact with the owner of this car.